Hey guys, I thought I would do a tag video today. I don't do these very often, and it's not that I have anything against tag videos. I just always have so many other video ideas and not really enough time to do them, but I kind of didn't really know what to do today, so I thought let's do one. And one that I've been seeing go around for the last while, I need to pull up here. I think it's called the Quarterly Crisis Tag. It's a book tag, I think, that kind of talks about your first quarter of reading of the year. And honestly, my first quarter wasn't great, but if I include April, then I might be able to get some answers here. I know I have watched some people's videos on this topic already, like using this tag, but I completely forget all of the answers, which I thought might be fun. So I just need to grab one up here so I can get the questions. The last person on my subscription feed that has done this tag is Karina, so I'm gonna use her. What Brings Karina Joy is her channel. I'm going to use her questions that she has in the description, or they're not hers, but she's copied them over. First question is, how many books have you read so far this year? And for the first time ever, I have been doing like really good at keeping up with Goodreads. I will leave my Goodreads in the description. I don't know. I like keeping track of Goodreads for my own personal enjoyment, but I don't write reviews on there. I just write star ratings, and you can't do half star ratings. So a 4-star might be a 3.5 star. It might be a 4.5 star. It's kind of arbitrary. I don't really care for people to really follow me there, but if you want to, I'll leave it in the description this time. Anyway, let's see here. What have I've finished 60% of my reading challenge, which my goal was to read 125 books this year. I'm already at 75. So I've read a few books so far this year. And that was the first question. Next one. Have you already found a book you think might be a 2022 favorite? Yes, I have 3 favorites. Is it going to say? Okay, I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite books. I was actually just mentioning this to Holly the other day, how I wanted to do quarterly favorites videos this year, but in the first quarter, I really only had one favorite book, and that kind of seemed lame to do a video on that. And so I was like, could you do it in thirds, like every 4 months? But then what do you call that? I don't know. What is the first third of a year called? Anyway, I'll say 3 favorite books that I've been enjoying lately. The first one that I read was I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. I think that one I talked about in my, was that February? It must have been my March reading wrap up. I'm pretty sure it was my March reading wrap up. Maybe February. That is a historical fiction book set in 1989 in Romania. Very interesting. Ruta Sepetys always knocks it out of the park. Then the next one that I read is Spy Family. Now, this is a very different kind of series, not like it's manga, which that is possibly the first manga book I've ever completed, and I loved it. It's so very different than what I normally read. It's a really good palate cleanser. I wouldn't want to read them all the time, but I flew through the first and second volumes within, I don't know, 2 hours or something one afternoon. I loved them. That one is about a man who is a spy who has to get married and have a kid for the certain mission that he's doing, and he doesn't realize that the woman he marries is an assassin and the child that he adopts is a telepath. And the book is like kind of light and witty, but also like the assassin scenes where she's like killing people, there's like these dead people in the book, so it's like, oh, okay, so it is a bit dark, but it's also really light at the same time. I'm really enjoying it. And then my third favorite book so far has been The Souls of Lost Lake by Jamie Jo Wright. I'm going to talk more about this one in my April wrap-up, and I'm also going to talk more about Spy Family as well. But The Souls of Lost Lake is getting a lot of, what's the right word? People have strong feelings about it, and lots of people are not liking it. And I personally loved it. It's darker than a lot of her other ones, so she normally writes Christian suspense, I guess romantic suspense / historical fiction, kind of dual timeline. And this one, it was dark, but I love when people can take dark moments and bring to light the light and contrast that and have a really good like redemption in the story. And personally, I loved it. So those would be my 3 favorites of the year so far. Any 1-star books / least favorite book of the year? Yes, usually if it's gonna be a 1-star, I will just not read it, I will DNF it. But one that I did finish was for a book club. It's called The Enlightenment of Bees, and it's published by Thomas Nelson, so I thought it was a Christian fiction book going into it, but then it turns out it's really just like a new age book slash social justice book that mentions God, Jesus 0 times. So yeah. It's frustrating. I hate it when books are marketed as Christian books when they're not. And I really didn't like our character and her whole goal to be a saint. It was weird. The only reason I pushed through is because I thought maybe there would be some kind of redeeming quality in the end. And it was for this book club and I wanted to be able to voice my true opinion. So that would be my least favorite of the year. Most read genre so far. Oh, I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track. If I look through like the last number of books I've read, I do read quite a few like Christian suspense kind of books, mystery. I read from so many different genres. I've read a lot of classics, a lot of middle grade because of middle grade March. So I honestly couldn't tell you what my most read genre was. I guess if I actually kept track, I would know, but I don't keep track. A book that surprised you. Okay, probably. Let's see. What book surprised me? Well, I would definitely say Spy Family because I wasn't expecting to love those 2 volumes so far as much as I did. So that would be one. Oh, also the book Forget Me Not. It's a middle grade free verse novel about a girl with Tourette syndrome, and that one is really well done. So I would oh, wait a minute, did I read this? Okay, I would also say Persuasion by Jane Austen. So I did read that one in January, yeah. And I kept coming back to that one and I really enjoyed it. So I would say those 2 are my surprises so far of the year. A book that comes out in 2022 that you want to read but haven't yet. Yeah, quite a few. Well, Jamie Jo Wright has another book coming out in the fall that I'm really excited about now that I loved this last one again. Who else? I have videos with anticipated releases of the year, and so I'm excited about the ones that I haven't read. Nadine Brandes is coming out with a new book. When does that one come? In September. My lights just fell over. This is what happens when like the toddler is like playing in here. We'll just leave him. The day I filmed my TBR update, she came in here shortly after and was just chucking the books off of the TBR cart. So yeah, she does that. Yeah, if I haven't read them, they're mostly not published yet. I am doing okay with keeping up with NetGalley, so I can't really think. Oh, that's not true. There is one. I have one out from NetGalley that I haven't read yet. I don't know when it comes out though. It is Fallout by Carrie Stewart Parks. And I think I've given every one of her books 4 or 5 stars. This one is being published in September. So yeah, it's not published yet, but I am really excited about this one. One goal you've made that you're succeeding at. Oh, I forgot to look at my bookish goals. I'm doing a giveaway every single month. This month, it's over on my newsletter. It's either my newsletter, YouTube, or Instagram are where I'm doing giveaways one of those places each month of the year. I'm doing really good with my classics. I wanted to read 7 classics off of my classics I want to read before I die. I think I've already read 3 or 4, and I have another 1 on my TBR for next month. I decided to nix the goal of reading books within 3 months of buying them, so that's fine. And one goal you need to focus on. I don't know if I have. I think I'm mostly doing well with my bookish goals. Trying to think here. I mean, I have other goals in my life that I need to work on, but my book ones, I think I'm doing pretty well. New to you BookTube for 2022 you recommend. Okay, so these are like new booktubers. Well, what brings Karina joy, she started her channel in the last few months. Amy at Hearth Ridge, and she hasn't posted in a while, but Bibliophile Chai Drinker, I think is her channel. Those are 3 that are quite new that I would recommend. Let me just see my subscriptions here. Anyone else posted recently that's fairly new? I think those are the newest ones in my subscription feed. So I'll say those 3. And that is the end of the tag. There we go. This is the first tag video I did in a while, and I feel like I'm late because it's already a month past the first quarter, so I'm not going to tag anyone, also because most people have already done it, and I don't know who wants to do it. If you want to do it, you haven't done it, join me on the late train. It's all good. And yeah, if you want to see more tag videos, let me know. I know some people really like them, and so I have a backlog of like saved tag videos for ideas that I want to do. But like I said, I keep having other video ideas that keep taking priority. So I was thinking of doing like an entire week where every day I do a different tag video, or like an entire month, because there's probably a ton I haven't done. If you'd be interested in that kind of thing, let me know. Maybe I can work something out. So thanks for watching. And if you guys don't have a YouTube channel and want to answer these questions yourself, in the comments below, I will leave the questions in the description and you can do that in the comments. Thanks for being with me, guys.